If you have any questions pertaining to homeschooling or preschool, things of that nature, co-op, because I'm familiar with those things. Homeschooling is quite new because we're just getting started with that. But I do have a wonderful resource that I can share with you. So what you can do is just check below, and I will have the co-op information. If you would like information about the co-op, then comment below. If you want information about preschool and lesson plans or things of that nature, I'll have a couple of links below, but you can ask me because I have been a preschool teacher since I was 13 and now I'm 30 now. However, if you're interested in homeschooling, I will put a link below to my friend Miss Amy. She is a phenomenal woman. I actually heard her name in a sermon that was being preached on the radio, and when I heard her name, me and my husband were actually going to go visit that church, and I told him when we get there, I have got to find Miss Amy. And I'm so glad I did. She is super phenomenal. And the link to her website will be below. It is called A Mother's Call. And it just talks about, you know, what the mother's job is in the home and ensuring that we teach our children the way that God intended. So it is Christ-based, of course, as most everything I do is on this channel. So when it comes to educating our children, we want to make sure that we are doing what God says in the way that He says it. And she is such a phenomenal homeschool dictionary. You know, any question you have, she'll answer. And I love that when I talked to her on the phone for about an hour, you know, I asked her some things that others may deem silly, but she was so sweet and so kind. And she was able to help me with all of that, okay? So definitely check below for that information. And now let's get a tour of our Learning Center, Team KDK Academy. Okay, guys, so let me just give you a quick scan of the room here. Alrighty. Okay, so let's get started. So basically here we do our alphabets. Right now my son is in kindergarten. So I am prepping him for, well, actually for kindergarten, I guess. So we're working on phonic sounds. So we have this without any pictures on it. I have the one with the pictures on it. And it's just good to switch between the two because I don't want him to get used to only seeing the animals. I want him to actually recognize the letter for what it is. Okay, so we have our numbers 1 to 100, and right now we are mainly working on 21 to 30. I just want him to look at this row and actually know what number it is. He's really good at counting to 100 and counting by tens, but to physically look at 44 and know it's 44, that's what I want him to work on. So this week we are focusing on 21 to 30. We have our months of the year, and then I actually purchased 2 of these. I got them for 17 cents at Mardell, and they were on clearance. I got 2 of them, and the other one I used to place the month here. So we are actually just finishing up a month. It's late at night. I'm getting ready to transition for the next month, and I'm going to redo the calendar. And this is our calendar. This is the year that always stays up here in this corner for the most part, or I move it down here depending on how the days fall. This is our days of the week here, working with him on the actual days of the week, and then also recognizing the abbreviations. One thing that is key here is the yesterday was, today is, tomorrow will be. So not just knowing, spitting out Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday in English and Spanish or whatever. I want him to realize that today is Thursday. Okay, so then yesterday was Wednesday and today is Thursday again, so tomorrow will be Friday. That's what this tool down here is for. So then we have here the word wall, and up here, this corner here is his nameplate. And then I just have words that he is familiar with, that he sees on a regular basis. So right, this week, well, for the next couple of weeks, this is what we're working on. Definitely, he sees this often in and out, and enter and exit. I have them spelled this way because this is what you see on doors, and so that's why they're spelled this way. Okay, right here is the table. It is a dry erase table, and we use this for learning arts and crafts. On it, I have tissue. What little classroom does not need tissue? This little Sterilite container that is all of his stuff. So you have stamps, calculator, dry erase markers, scissors. His markers are here, and his color pencils are there. Okay, so this is just a sight words poster that I also picked up from Mardell, and I'm going to go through and cover up each of these words. this week, so that we were only focusing on the words that are on the large word wall, and eventually it will get uncovered and he will know all of these words by sight. How awesome is that? So again, this is the rhyme time. You saw this in my first video. I will be adding some other sections to it, but basically this is just where we do our rhyming, and I interchange them out. So right now we are refocusing on the at sound. So that's what this is here, and a lot of the books that we're reading have these rhyming things in them. Okay, so here is our commitments and responsibilities chart. And so today is Wednesday. He is actually getting ready. He just finished up for bed, so tomorrow he'll put a magnet sticker there. But this chart seems to work really well. If you're interested in my review on it, I'll put a link to it below. And then I have my little inspirational thing here. These are the library books here, and then these are his DVDs. I just need to go and put them up. Just remove them from his room. My Expo whiteboard cleaner. This is a ball that my T-ball team signed for me. They got their little thumbprints on it and their names. So I thought that was really, really cute. So I keep it here in my classroom to remind me that I love the Yankees. Go Yankees! All right, so this week our letter is S. So what happens is the first day of the week, we come in and we see some items and we guess what the letter is. After we have our prayer and our Bible study, we go into our learning. And so we guess what the letter is. And so we have our sunglasses, soccer ball, socks, and I usually also have the scissors out here this week. So can you tell me what the letter of the week is? Comment down below. All right, we have our eraser here. This is just a little sandwich container that I am using to keep the magnets in. We are writing the words for our letter of the week. So by now you figured out the letter is S. Okay, so we have our little CD player that we use to play CDs with, of course. Music to go along with our stories and etc. This is his journal. We actually use this to journal in pertaining to the Bible story. He has free write time and all that stuff, and so this is what he uses this for, to journal in and practice his writing on his own and things of that nature. So basically this is his Bible story for the week. And what I do is I just take his Sunday school lesson, and then that's what we use to study on throughout the entire week. So this week we are learning how to press on, and that is a really good story. It's so funny how you learn something and it really does help you throughout the week, because this week we have been learning to press on, and he has been trying new things. For example, when he wrote out these words, he did not use lined paper like you see here. He actually wrote them out without any hand over hand on his little small dry erase board. And it was very hard for him at first, but he kept pressing on. So I thought that was awesome. So this story definitely goes with what we are learning about and the new things that we're doing. And this is my lesson plan book. It is important to know that in the state of Texas where I live, you do have to have your lesson plan written down if you are going to homeschool. You don't have to create it yourself, but it does need to be something that is written. I don't need to know about the birthdays. I only have one student in my class, but for our little home academy, these are my monthly goals. I have not completed the ones for March just yet because I want to get a couple of weeks into February just to ensure that by March I can adjust my goals as needed. So I write down my monthly goals in advance here, and I just got this new book a couple of weeks ago. So I already had my lesson plan for January. So okay, and so like this week we are learning about the 5 senses. And so this is basically his lesson plan. Now what this lesson plan does not include is that every single day we are going over his small teachable moments. And with small teachable moments, that this month one of my goals is for him to learn how to tie his shoe all by himself. So things like that are not included in here. Every day we do certain things that aren't included physically in the lesson plan, but we do it anyway. Okay, so these things are some new additions I just picked up. I actually got this from Walgreens. So it was on clearance for $1.99, and I picked it up. I figured it'd be a nice beginner microscope for him to play with. He already has a nice telescope, but he has been asking for a microscope. So this, since he'll have more access to the microscope than the telescope, I wanted to start him off with something, you know, more kid friendly, if that makes sense. So we have that, and then I picked up these from the Dollar Tree, and they're just some words that I'll be using for him to practice writing with and things of that nature, making my own flashcards with those. This is an ABC Chalk Talk, and we do not have a little chalk to go with this, but basically what you do is you tap it and it just shouts out the letters and the sounds and all that good stuff, and you play games with it. It's really, really fun. And this was given to us by his aunt and uncle. Turn it upside down. There we go. This was given to us by his aunt and uncle. Hi. Hi, Aunt Didi. Hi, Uncle Marcus. Thank you for this. We use it. And then another part is our little weather station. And so basically it's right here by the windows. I have a large window and then the window that's in the back door. And so we get to pick the weather. And so we have today's weather is this. And then he gets to predict what the weather for tomorrow will be based on what today's weather is. And we also keep a weather chart. Every single day we write on our calendar what the weather is, and we use that calendar as a chart for the month, so we can see how many sunny days we had, how many windy days we had. Okay guys, so now I'm going to go into the storage. This is his dry erase board, and then this is actually a little chalkboard dry erase board set that I picked up from Walgreens. These magnets he is using to match the numbers for some number flashcards that I made. I'm actually looking for some number flashcards, but I haven't found any, so I just made up my own 1 to 50 by myself and used a index card. So basically this is a chalkboard, and it is a dry erase board on the other side. It is magnetized, and it comes with all of your capital, lowercase letters. It comes with 2 of every single number, along with plus, minus signs, some subtraction, division, all of that. Stands to stand it up, chalk, eraser, all of that. Really, really awesome. And I got this from Walgreens. I believe it was on clearance for $3 or $4 at the most, but I thought it was a very, very good investment. And I've had this since he was 2 years old when I first started staying home with him. Okay, so this first cart is a 3-drawer cart, and in it I keep the container that you saw that keeps all of his markers and stuff. That goes in here along with his container for crayons. These are just some extra crayons. These are some extra pencil things I'm going to throw in his video bag for his birthday coming up. This is my little pouch that keeps my calendar, stickers, and my dry erase markers and things of that nature. Glue sticks, stamp pad, all of that goes in here. In the second drawer here, we have our construction paper, and we also have this cool Pictionary man that we got from Burger King, but we use this in our learning center. So I think sometimes you can catch a good thing in those little meals if you even eat out. You know, we really shouldn't. We rarely do nowadays. Okay, so at the bottom here we have a lot of his arts and crafts stuff. So we have our Play-Doh, our things that we use to go with the Play-Doh. We have a cover to protect his clothing, a art smock. We have brushes, and this is an actual real paint sprayer. This is a paint gun, and it actually does airbrush the paint. That's what it is. This is the airbrusher. It's a paint airbrush machine, and it really works, and we really do use this, and we really enjoy it. We use these finger paints, popsicle sticks. We have some more paints, some stencils down there, shaving cream. What school is a school without shaving cream? And all kinds of goodies, sidewalk chalk, all kinds of stuff. This is the large 3-drawer wide cart. And in here, basically, I have Bible study books that I use for teaching Bible study to the kids at church. I also have these, and I will be talking about Keys for Kids coming up, so definitely be looking out for that video. These are free materials. You can get a lot of free materials, guys. I keep his larger books from his personal library here. I also keep our puzzles down here at the bottom. And then here I have all of his workbooks, flashcards that I purchased, flashcards that I made, things of that nature. And then these are all of his workbooks. So, all of those, things like that. And then these are all his workbooks. They're all in here as well. We do use those, so I incorporate those in my lesson plan. Okay, here I have like shapes, time, things of that nature, time and money cards, money, when we get into that, all that kind of stuff. We have a lot of goodies in here. And then up here is where I keep journals, lesson plans, the things that we use first thing in the morning, which will be our weather, days of the week, my months of the year. This is the current alphabet book we are working out of here. This is another Bible lesson plan thing here. I keep my stickers in there as well. Okay, I also have his pencil pack here. My personal journal here, because when he journals, I journal as well. And these are our writing tablets right there. Sorry the lighting changed. It's like underneath the table.